So there's a concept that I believe in, it's called C2V. I believe that every human being, each one of us in this room, needs to be challenged every day. We need to be challenged. And we need to be creative. It's a human need. It's about the people factor, the human factor. And when we talk about engagement, this is important. And I believe we all need to be valued, hence C2V. Challenged, creative, valued. It's about engaging hearts and minds, not just their hands and their backs, their hearts and their minds. And as a leader, that's our challenge. That's our role. That's what we're here to do. If you think about the strength of C2V leadership that I'm talking about, it looks like this. Creating an environment where your people are thriving. Right out of the gate, we own the environment. It's ours. We own the culture. It's ours. We can change culture. We can change environment. And we can shift people into new ways of thinking about the work that they're doing, the companies that they're supporting, and the value that they're providing on a daily basis. Striving for excellence. So right out of the gate, striving for excellence matters to me. I want to make it better. I always want to make it better. And I believe those of you that stepped into leadership are looking to do the same thing. C2V leadership is about aligning people with the organizational needs, having a direction and then finding ways to align them to that direction. Engaging teams with challenges. We'll talk about this. Challenge, creative, valued. And creating gaps. I learned that it's a leader's role to create gaps. Not to close them, to create them. Why? Many of you heard in the Toyota management stories in the past that no problem is a problem if you're a Toyota manager. Why is that? That's a gap. A problem is a gap that needs to be closed. Because in Toyota's world, what they were saying was, if I don't have problems, I don't have people that are solving problems. If I try to pull all the problems off the table, I'm living in that status quo, incremental world of managing. And they don't want to do that. Neither do we. So the next piece of this leadership is around coaching, teaching, developing. That's the role of a leader. That's the role, establishing the vision and then helping the organization to get there. And then finally, making something new happen. This is the strength of this style of leadership that I'm promoting, that I'm practicing, and then I'm studying as well. So hopefully you can give me feedback and share your success and your activities as you go forward after you've heard this presentation today. Interested in that. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for something called creative benefit. So the idea of creative benefit is the creativity of an entire organization when it's brought to bear on something is different than when you just assign teams. If you think about it, most of you in this room have some team that you rely on. If there's a problem, who do you call? You call the CI team. You call the lean team. You form a tiger team. You tap the shoulders of those people that are in your organization that are recognized as the best problem solvers. And you bring them together and you solve the big problems. And that's successful and that works. Nothing wrong with that. But think of the power and the value of trying to get an entire organization, their creativity, their benefit of working together on your problems day to day to day. It's what's going to move you forward faster. It's exciting when you see it. And Julie talked about it. I'm starting to see that the seeds planted a while ago, a couple of years back, are starting to really bear fruit. And it's exciting stuff to see. I believe that Toyota had this figured out a long time ago. Based on the speakers that I've heard, on the Toyota managers that I've worked with in the past, but mostly based on this quote right here. Taiichi Ohno is recognized as the father of the Toyota production system. And his quote is interesting. Why not make the work easier and more interesting so that people do not have to sweat? The Toyota style is not to create results by working hard. It is a system that says there is no limit to people's creativity. This is an old quote. They've known this for a long time. There's no limit to people's creativity. How do we take advantage of that creativity? How do we as leaders make it a system that says there's no limit? People don't go to Toyota to work, they go there to think. Very interesting. Do your people show up every day to think, to create, or to work? Opportunity there for us to consider. When I kind of slowed this down a little bit, what I saw was a system that generates creative benefit. That's what Toyota has employed. That's why they're the most studied company on the planet, and their results are far above everybody else's, is because they found a way to do this, a system. And what I want to share with you in the next slide is a system that I'm putting together, at least the factors of what I'm forming to help me to accomplish that, and then the work as we go through that.